Hoboken, beautiful city on the Hudson River. So I hope you can all hear me. We're using FMUX tonight for the very first time, and it's a bit of a change, and but I think we can handle it. So y'all tell me how you can hear me if that seems to be working out, because you know how it is. All right.
Dave, come here and rub some lotion on my cheek. No, dummy, not that cheek.
You should see light blue, but do you see the camera?
Dave, come
Hold on,
here and
let
rub
me go
some
to
lotion on my
YouTube.
cheek. No, dummy, not that cheek.
YouTube, 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 YouTube. We're here. I figured there's enough shit else on to keep you interested for the time being. Um, I saw Chad is on. Uh, the guy who likes dogs is on, and there. All right, let's rock and roll this bad boy. Jacob Ryan asks, I really don't give a shit. There we go. Jacob Ryan asks, you got to explain yourself, man. Everyone thinks you're an ISO. As if anything I'm going to say is going to change how anyone feels. All right, so let's make sure we got that super tip thing up and running, and let me know what's going on. Where's Dave? He is supposed to be here. It's his fault. I'm late. We were supposed to test this stuff out before he got here, and it doesn't. That didn't happen. Didn't happen. So, and I apologize, kids, for being this discombobulated. But there we go. And oh, look at that. What do we got? The 15 viewers. That's very exciting. So what's happening, kids? Leo, welcome to the show. Welcome to the chat. Glad you're here. It's funny. I can't. Everything is like a mirror image on Evmux. It's very different. So I'm gonna test it out. Can we see? Can you tell me if you can hear this?
Dave, come here and rub some lotion on my cheek. No, dummy, not
That would
that
be
cheek.
interesting to me. Have him on your stream or whatever. He'll, one day we'll come on, but I just don't have any. I don't know. I don't know what to do with him. So there's that. All right. This is crazy. All right. So what's the deal? See if this let's see how this works. I can see me. Oh, I gotta put this up here. That's totally
Okay.
interesting. Alright. Can we see my, I guess you can all see my friend over
All
there
right. Let me take a look at what's going
who's,
on. I'm just
the huge talking
just
shit,
gonna talk. Talk, yes.
wasting time, wasting time.
Talk to the folks.
R Rob Saul's life too,
That is
yeah.
true, Jesse
Um,
Angel. You are indeed
I think I got,
a real angel. I
I got
agree with that
CarMax up
sentiment
here.
wholeheartedly. You
I just
rock.
wanted to
Thank you
see if that would
kindly.
work, but,
You're
it does. That's pretty cool. Oh, learning all this Ed Mux shit. Um, Casey Armstrong too? Does Casey when does Casey, you know, this mic has a thing, you touch it and it mutes? Yeah, exactly, Leo. Everybody's live. It's funny because I really didn't want to, I wasn't gonna bother to do, you know, a stream on a Wednesday night because Quad was on, and I didn't want, it's like, I want to do that, and then I kept doing stuff to avoid going on when other people were on, but eventually, what happens is you you just got to go because if you don't go, it's never gonna. It's just I'll never be on. So uh, that's the deal. I just wanted to test out as we get going here. I wanted to test out some of these super tips and just see that they're playing. So um, I oh yeah, they are. Okay. So it's weird because they don't come up on. They're not come. It's not coming up on my screen, but I feel like I'll adjust at some point. And let's go to let's take this off. And here we are. So and let's do comments. I'm only here because you pulled a Ray and DM me a link to watch. Um, well, I asked you to come on as a guest. I thought it was only fair that I sent you a link to watch. And then, of course, Ray, I swear to God, it's like if I put up, I'm gonna do a stream. Ray does this. Ray does one too. So I don't look. I'm sure it's not intentional, but it is kind of funny. At least to me, it's kind of funny because I'm always like, um, "What's up, dude?" you know. But whatever. So Schmuel is lightly blue himself. Yeah. Stallion, this is my new. I'm using Evmux, and it's a little strange, and I mean, I could probably adjust the lights a little bit. Let's just see if that works, and then I want to get this thing going because I really gotta. I might be a little less blue now, but it's been a very long day. It's a very long week for old Schmuley, but I didn't come on last night, and I wanted to, and then I wanted to. I was a little blown away this weekend with some of these some of the morons, but I saw a really funny clip yesterday that made me and I thought, "Oh man, this would be perfect for me to show." And of course, I don't even know if I downloaded it. Like I said, rough day, but we'll just go there and mosey along with some of the other stuff. Yeah, so it's pretty wild. During COVID, I went to a doctor in Manhattan, and I didn't get to see a doctor. I saw a like nurse practitioner or something, and today I walked by the place and it went out of business, and I'm like, doctor's offices generally don't go out of business, you know? Like, seemed really weird. Anyway, um, so I looked the place up and I, I looked the place up, and the doctor who ran the place, who I never met, I only met the nurse practitioner or PA or whatever, indicted on a $24 million COVID fraud with extra billing and shit. So I wonder if I was a part of that. I mean, they were pretty cool to me when I was there. And, anyway, it was pretty wild. This is this whole thing, this Karmic, Brennan, and these other guys. It's been a pretty wild week for me. I'm not really looking for any buzz from people, and but I've got. I guess I don't know. I must have heated up old Karmic a bit. So I've got this fucking guy um, losing his mind over me. He blocked me. Um, he's blocked me everywhere, but apparently I can't get out of his head because he's fucking talking about me every day. But I saw this Doom clip, so I wanted to play that. Let's just see whether it works or not.
There you go.
Thing, yeah. Kevin Brennan spent like 7 years on YouTube. I'm doing this by myself. I don't have anybody I can ask a fucking question to, motherfucker. I don't have a goddamn person to fucking talk to about this shit. I don't have anybody. Nobody. I'm doing it by my fucking self. I don't have all the answers, motherfucker.
He's kind of a whiny little bitch, isn't he?
No fucking shit, I don't have the answers. I'm figuring out as I go. Jesus fucking Christ. Can't ask anybody a fucking question without some fucking dirty, underhanded, fucking snide goddamn comment. Fuck that. Sick and fucking tired of it.
Just making sure that you guys were able to hear the clip. Somebody just throw me a one, or Cigarette Jones, Schmuel is too powerful to defeat. Yeah. So, yeah, but he's not a pedo like you. So, I don't know, man. I guess they just they just love their pedo stuff. It's funny, man, because it's like when you get called, it's been amazing to me. It's like when you get called that, as disgusting as it is, it knows that you're doing something that they can't do. I don't know, or you've touched a nerve, because if that's all you got, man, they just constantly want to do it. So let's play a little more.
I go on fucking MLC, send Schmuel the fucking disgusting prick on the stream, puts me in the back room. Because he can't
Yeah, you were backroomed. You've been Buckmaned.
handle my fucking shit. But no, I gotta put up with Serenity now that I'm putting up with fuck this guy. I mean, really, fuck this fucking I'm talking about you, Serenity. You're a fucking spamming piece of dog shit. You're saying the same thing over and fucking over. I don't like you. I don't like you, Serenity. You're a fucking douche.
Another fake war Karmic is in.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, report me to the internet. Ooh, brilliant words, my friend. friend. Fuck that.
Yes, Karmic, you'll be hearing from the president of the internet.
So yeah, I'm doing this YouTube thing by my fucking self. By my fucking self. And I got a bunch of commentators, bunch of middle-aged comedians who can't hack it anymore, want to tell me right from fucking wrong. Fuck off. I'll tell you right from wrong, motherfucker, all day, every day. Let's go. Send Schmuel the link. Send it to Schmuel. He's of the age group. He must know a thing or two. He doesn't know shit. He's out of fucking touch with everything. Anybody who wants to say a young girl is...
I was in touch with your excessive drinking and mental illness. Apparently, I got that right. Too many windows going here.
Is out of fucking touch with reality. So fuck off, Schmuel, and anybody that kisses your fucking ass. Everybody, eat my dick.
This guy gets easily frustrated. I wonder if he's ever like smacked a woman or something around. So interesting.
Fuck these people. Schmuel, I can help Karma. Get the fuck away from me, you goddamn creep. You're a fucking creep, Schmuel. That's it. You're a fucking creep. And anybody who puts you on their fucking show is a creep too. There, how about fucking that? Give that fucking ill...
What a cowardly motherfucker this guy is. Right? Willing to talk shit about me all day long, but blocks me, won't face me. The other night I go on Brennan's show. He's right there. And he sits like a little baby. A little baby. So Brennan had to back room him because he got fucking nothing. Nothing.
Breed piece of shit. A fucking goddamn platform to spread his disgusting shit. I don't do it. No. Not here. I have a little bit more common sense than that. I don't care what Dave Sarah supports. Support Schmuel. He needs all the fucking help he can get. He needs fucking mental help. He needs electric shock fucking therapy help. That's what Schmuel needs.
This is mere projection, my friends. Mere projection. This guy is, he's got the fucking, it's just so funny. They're just eating him fucking up inside.
Little fucking bitch wants to go on MLC and shit talk me while Kevin puts me in the background. No more. Fuck that. No fucking more. Go fuck yourself, Serenity.
He'll be back. He needs Kevin. He needs Kevin more than he needs anything. He wouldn't get viewers if it weren't for Kevin.
Go fuck yourself. You gaslighting freak. Fuckface. Go gaslight somewhere else. Keep being a piece of shit for the rest of your goddamn miserable fuck life.
Can someone explain to me what it is that he's gaslight? How is this guy gaslighting him? That's the part I can't figure out. Or is it just more like words like the ascertain and all that shit, right? I don't know.
I'm not mad at KB, but if you're going to give Schmuel time to talk and put me in the goddamn green room, fuck that. After every cocksucking thing Schmuel did to me, fuck.
This guy cannot identify one thing that I've done to him. Not one.
Fuck that. Hey, call him up. And then fuckface Kevin Brennan's going to call me an idiot. Fuck it. I'm done. Call me gay a few thousand fucking times. Don't give a fuck anymore.
You know, look, I understand that a guy like this guy is pretty goddamn hurt by being called gay, which not offensive to me at all. Call me whatever you want, but kids, when you're putting this up, on YouTube or Twitter or whatever it is, I mean, seriously, comes with the territory, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. That's a grinder profile if I've ever seen one. But I digress. So let me get back to let's get back to the rest of this clip, and then we will move on.
I am. Keep thinking that way, motherfuckers. Honestly, fuck these people. I've been nothing but nice to these cocksuckers, and all they did is shit on me every fucking.
That's funny, Jimmy. Kevin saw himself in you, Schmuel, another elder. That's why he put the rambunctious youngster backstage. The truth is that Cardiff didn't do. He just didn't. Not Cardiff. Whatever the fucking guy's name, McCormick. He didn't do squat. He just sat there, right? It's like he talks so much shit, and then there was some right, like an audio. I was in my backyard on a laptop, and when Kevin would take me off stage, Carmick would talk all sorts of shit, and then when I would come back on stage, he wouldn't say a word. So he just a scared little boy. I I kind of I don't know. I don't want to say I feel bad for him, but Jesus Christ, it was kind of an embarrassment. And let's play the rest. Let's just play the rest of this out.
So fuck it. Goodbye. Wait until playboard. Wait until I rocket up the fucking
Sorry,
playboard.
guys, I'm playing with buttons.
And then I'll be something to be bitched about. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe. Let's give it fucking time. What benefit do I have to let Schmuel fucking talk over me? Fuck it. Fuck it. If he wants to give Schmuel more respect than me, fuck that.
Sabres prospects. I feel for Carmi, but he's definitely damaged.
I'm just saying, fuck it.
Same here. You know, I honestly, I don't know what I did to this guy to hurt him so much, but it's rare, man. It's rare that I see anybody lose it like this. Let's wrap it up here.
Hey, Kevin Brennan, Schmuel's always available. Always available. Send the link to that motherfucker.
They didn't get me for like 3 hours the other night because I was doing a friendly little stream with Dr. Harley Quinn, and had no desire to waste it on KB's show, Screamfest.
And watch your goddamn ratings sink to the fucking nowhere. Keep sending it to Schmuel for the excitement. And then I fucking pipe up, throw me in the goddamn green room so Schmuel can let his disgusting shit come out of his fucking yap.
Thanks, Panhandler.
So fuck it. And besides, I can't go on MLC and talk anyway. Every time I try to say something,
I'm really getting the feeling that this guy's got a problem with Kevin, but he can't say anything to Kevin, so he's taking it out on me. I don't know. Does that seem reasonable, or am I insane? Well, I'm insane anyway, but there we go.
won't let me fucking say a word, get a word in edgewise, so fuck it. Come in hot. You better come in hot, Karmic. Well, I did. And now you threw me in the green room. Okay, got it. What do you want? What the fuck do you want?
He came in hot until I got there. When I got there, he had nothing to say.
Hit the like button. Okay, Doom, you're gone again. That's it.
I like the Doom. Going after Schmuel is like going after Winnie the Pooh. You know what, guys? Look, I actually liked Karmic. It's how I got in touch with him in the first place. I don't know if you know this, but my reason for how I became friends with Dave Sarah was because I reached out to him in the beginning because I thought the stuff he was doing was not going to serve him well in his future, and it has nothing to do with his talent or any of that stuff. I would never dare tell Karmic what to do. And that was the deal. I just suggested that maybe he didn't have to do it so oiled up all the time. I think my actual words were, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just perfect it, and you're much better off. You're talented enough to do this without having to get fucking lubricated all the time. I didn't use the word fucking, but in any event, the dude's a coward. I don't really even want to spend much more time on him. But here's the story. He can either stop talking about me or he can face me. And that's pretty much where I'd like it to go. I don't know. There's nothing. There's no but. It's not like I'm going to really do anything if he doesn't. But face me. And because, like I said, the coward won't do it. But if he does, I'm happy to do it on his stream. I'm happy to do it on this stream. He seems to need an intermediary. I see that Brandon Deft is doing lives now. I don't know why we can't do a stream on Brandon's channel and we can, Brandon can moderate. And then that way, if it gets too tough for him or if it gets too whatever, Brandon can moderate it. He can shut me up. And yeah, he unblocked everybody except for me. So, there's something about me that bothers him. And man, I wish I could figure out what the fuck it was, because I could, you could bottle that shit. But look, he's like a talented child. I just get the feeling though that I was trying to think of analogies to describe this guy, and I think he just the best that I can come up with is like he's that high school, the girl from high school who goes on summer vacation in junior year, and she's small and she's like scrawny and all that other stuff. And she comes back in senior year and boom, right? Everything's changed. Now all the boys are interested in her. hell, even some of the girls, I guess, you know, and it's like, that's the way he is. He's like, you know what? It's the story of the ugly duckling, right? The ugly duckling goes around and then grows up to be beautiful. And it's like, that's what happened to this guy. It's like, all of a sudden, people start going, oh, they're paying attention to him. And he probably has never been paid attention to before. And he does not fucking know what to do with it. That's my thing. Cigarette Jones, yes. Well, for this guy at least. So we won't go there. But anyway, so I put it out there, right? Karmic, if you want to man up, face me. You know, I'm weak and old and dopey. Um, you know, so I don't know, man. I can't believe that all this anger is serving you, unless, which is what I think it is. I think it's probably a work because he needs somebody to hate, and I'm like the easiest target, and that gets, and that gets him going. Um, so, oh God, speaking of love connections on the internet, we've got both Keena K and Panhandler in here, and the romantic tension is just through the roof. But I digress. Let me get back to this. In any event, look, all this anger and shit, it can't serve it just can't be serving you that well. So just come and talk to me. I mean, look, I'm not necessarily going to agree with you on things, but uh you're certainly talented. You're drawing. I think tonight I put up a post that this guy had 100, and I don't know what it was, but it was north of 100 viewers, and Chad had 26. And I think that's fantastic. Mostly because because it annoys the shit out of Chad. Um, but the Karma guy's got something. So but I hate to see him get trolled into wherever, into obscurity or something. But also at the same time, the drinking and stuff, I've been there, man. You perform, you have a couple of drinks and you perform better because you're like relaxed. But then what happens is you keep drinking and you keep drinking, you know, and then you become a complete asshole and you're just a drunk sharing. And then you say a lot of shit about a lot of people who were your friends. Um, and you turn on them and you become a disgusting little piece of shit, which is basically what's happened to this guy. But people like it. People chat him. People are in there. So that's all. That's all cool. I'm just talking about what I see. So it's all my stuff. But again, so I put the offer out there. We get yeah, we get we can go on Brandon's channel. We can go on any channel. I don't really care, except Brandon. And then we can, let's go face to face. I'm just, I don't know. I'm I'm weary of the constant bullshit with his whining about me, but then being unwilling to deal with it and to face me. So I
Dave Sarah's a
what do
good
you call
egg.
it? Let's
One
just
appearance
see.
on
I
Kill
wanna see if
Tony
that
don't make you a
worked.
comedian.
Hopefully it did. And
Dave, come here and rub some lotion on my
my
cheek. No, dummy, not that cheek.
perfect. All right. Panhandler can get way worse than just being a drunk asshole, trust me. Look, the guy's in Minnesota. He's all alone out there. So hopefully, it's not like he's around somebody else where he's going to hurt people. I don't think he has a car, right? So he's not drunk driving, but I don't know what look, I don't know what the deal is. Cigarette Jones brought up an interesting point, which somebody actually said to me the other day. Cigarette Jones said, "It's tea in those bottles," and it did it did trigger a thought in my brain that possibly it is. I don't know if we've ever heard the crack of the plastic top breaking, but a lot of what he seems to be doing is very performative. I don't know how much of that stuff he believes himself. So it's possible, you know. Maybe I'm sitting here thinking, "Hey, man, I don't want this guy drinking himself on air to death. Getting trolled so much on air that he winds up one night blowing his brains out." Um, I know everybody would love to see that stream, not me, but I know that that's the deal. But because that's what it seems, that's what it seems like to me. But um, look, I'm just hoping, right? I'm just hoping. Yeah, but so Panhandler says when he takes a shot, extremely performative, that or he's a woman. It's interesting. It would be really funny to find out if he was a woman, right? Because the the way he takes a shot, the I can't even do it. The holding the way he holds a cigarette, um, it's like an unattractive whatever, not Catherine, the other one, the other Hepburn in that movie Breakfast for Tiffany's. Um, but who knows? Affy wants to know if tea can take away homosexuality. And some people it might enforce it. But since Cigarette Jones says the right tea can, Big W says he's gonna need a lot more tea then. Um, pretty funny. Big W, he has bad bitch energy. He totally has bad bitch energy. Um, but all this bullshit about nobody helps me. I gotta do it alone. This terrible life I've been through. I mean, seriously, you're fucking living in rural Minnesota. What do you know about life? And then to judge other people, um, it blows me away. But I do have to say, my favorite part of Carmack and his anger towards me and all that. Thank you. It was Audrey Hepburn. And all that is his dance monkey dance that he does for Brennan. It's like um, he's the circus monkey, but he thinks he's the one playing the music. And then, the organ grinder tells him to shut up, and he just sits there and shuts up. He just fucking cowers to Brennan. It's hilarious. And it's like, I mean, what could Brennan do to him, right? Because the deal with Brennan is, and this guy is, uh, he's gone on far enough, right? He doesn't really need Brennan anymore. And but what I don't know. This was my thing about Ray. Now Ray goes on Brennan's show, not something that I tend to agree with, but at what price dignity? Even if you're getting paid, I I can't imagine just sitting there taking all that abuse. It it just it can't be worth $150, and which I don't even think they get. And and I've got a bunch of other people. I say a bunch. I should not say that. I tend to exaggerate. Several people that have told me that they went on Brennan's show and he never paid them. Um, and that's going to come up. We'll talk about that on another show. I don't want to get into it too much tonight, but I know that he hadn't paid Ray. Like he was supposed to give Ray money, he didn't pay Ray, and then he holds it over your head. And but he holds everything over your head, right? So, Karma can't go on a show without asking Brennan for permission. It's ridiculous. Um, so, and it may benefit you. In the beginning, I could see how it would benefit you, but now is it really worth it? Does it really look like is it really look like? Is it really worth you sitting there looking like a coward little boy to this old man? Um, what do they call them? Rent boys? Is that the word I'm looking for? Because that's basically what you look like. I used to date a chick that lived in Manhattan and in a townhouse, and on the first floor, the the guy who owned it was a gay guy, and he had like his boyfriend, and they very boisterous or whatever. And um, the boyfriend was really nice, and he would talk, but as soon as the other guy came in the room, he just shut up and sat in the corner. Um, and that's what's fucking hilarious because that's what I'm watching. I'm watching here, without the gay part, but just the two men interacting part. So, you know, in the beginning, there was a real man. Yes, in the Valley of Men. And, look, the Valley of Men stuff and being a real man and talking about that, 90% of the men in the Dabbleverse are more man than that guy will ever be. It's, you can't explain to me how, a 41-year-old guy living in a house on his parents' property, uh, no kids, no job, no nothing, is a man. That's not what a man does. That's like a boy that never grew up. So KB is the godfather. You have to kiss his ring. Well, here's the deal, man. Um, you don't you don't have to because he's not. It's not like the regular Godfather where he's going to kill you. But it's it's definitely look. Having KB's blessing is certainly 100 times better than not having it. But if you don't have it, then you just have to make you know, and if you don't want it, you have to make you just approach things differently, I guess. But what do I know? But it's sad, like um I, I don't know. I no meds. Yeah, we can get there. I don't know. It's just it's sad. I don't like watching men be treated be treated the way that they get treated there. But that's just me. What do I know? And but just to move on, and we're going to do I'm gonna have Granny on tomorrow night, and Granny tends to draw the ire out of me. And what's really funny about my growth process is I used to be an angry motherfucker, like just angry at everyone and everything. Um, and I've spent so long trying to become calm and peaceful that I realized that I just can't get the level of energy up that I used uh, to hate these guys. So Dave has to, I think Dave has to rub some lotion on his dad's ass or something. Um, in any event, um, there's a lot. I could go on about this guy for a long time, but I need a co-host because they have to remind me and bring stuff up for me. But um, I know when they start with the pedo stuff, uh, and they know how untrue it is. It's all. It's like, why am I in your head? Like, seriously, like, let me go. Let it loose. Let it out. Because I'm taking up way, way too much time uh, in these guys' brains, right? I don't really think about them that much. Um, and they think a lot more, they think way more about me. And first the gay clown, not W this time. Now Granny, be better, Schmuel. Um, the clown's not gay. Jesus Christ, that crown. Uh, Johnny says, "Smash the likes." This guy, that guy smashes. He smashes the pussy, as they say, uh, which is really funny. Um, Everyone's a pedo now. It's the new trend. I saw it on a magazine. Um, it is, but that is at least in the Dabbleverse, that's the new trend, and I fought against it because I did because it's such a heinous crime to me. Uh, Personally affected by these things, uh, and I just thought it was despicable and hateful. But you know, I was fighting against the tide, and so I won't be calling anybody a pedo unless they're a pedo. But these fucking guys, you know, this is their. They think it's like their ultimate bomb. That if they drop that on you, you're gonna go away. Um, and the reality is that one, if you're not a pedo, you don't really worry about it. And number two, they've used it so much with so many people, it has no meaning anymore. Um, but I have I could get into, but I'm gonna pass um, on that. But one of these days, I'm gonna sit down. I want to the final boss thing, but I have to have somebody on because I was watching that the other night and him attacking Ava, and you just laugh because all the everybody that seems to tell you how happy they are and how successful they are and has to tell you that shit over and over again, they all seem like the least successful, least happy people on the planet. And it's funny because Ava, for whatever you want to say, very comfortable in her skin, and she really smacked him down. And maybe that's the, you know, maybe that's what Carm needs. Maybe he needs to just not, just become comfortable with who he is. But, I'm saying what he needs. He doesn't need anything. I would just like to my only concern is I don't want to see him self-destruct. And, call me caring, call me whatever. It's more because I'm a pussy and I've been there. I'm old enough to have seen so many people with talent wind up nowhere. Um, that I I don't know. I want to see it. But then I'm probably like the fucking grandfather that's always telling you what you need to do. So I know I can be annoying. And speaking of annoying, um, and I thought he would be here tonight because he's been following me everywhere. Is Stealth Chaos? Oh my god! Um, I've just never seen somebody get so butthurt over me not responding to him. Um, it it's crazy, and it wasn't. It's funny because it wasn't anger. It wasn't. I just didn't know what to do with him. He wanted to do a stream with me, and there was nothing presented other than he wanted to do a stream with me, and he's got a lot of ways that he thinks it should be done, um, and not technique stuff, but the stuff that the my character stuff. And this number one, this isn't really a character, but number two, I don't have an opportunity to look at any of his performances and see what he's done. So I just didn't know what to do with him, and then he fucking lost it. Just like everywhere, and then but I'm like kind of blown away because I'm like, why would you care? Um, you want to send him into a complete meltdown, block him. Um, no, I've learned the lesson that a lot of these people you just ignore. That's really, I think, if they block them, they can complain you blocked them. I think one of the greatest buttons on Twitter is mute because they constantly think they're getting to you. They're getting to you, and you don't even see it. And I didn't even know that I wasn't today. It might have been yesterday. Um, Somebody whose tweets I don't see because I muted them was in a thread, and it was like something, I don't know, there was a thing about me not seeing it, and it was from a person you muted, and I laughed because it's like a year later, and absolutely nothing's changed with them. So yeah, I won't block him. Big W. I think that what he really wants is he really wants to go on Clown Town and be respected, and that's the problem. Uh, Most of the people around here are crazy, Schmuel. Just some hide it better than others, or perhaps they're just a harmless type of crazy, as opposed to the more cunning and dangerous types. Yeah, the part of the problem is there are cunning and dangerous types in here. But yeah, most people are just we're all just a little bit nuts, right? But ha- could you imagine like spending your day from like waking till the time you go to bed, being pissed off at somebody on uh, who you've never met, who's a YouTube streamer, or falling in love um, with a young lady who you've also never met and talked to on a stream, and so fucking hurt by it, you lash out at that person. Unfucking believable. So and Big W, he's the only person I block. Yes, it might be funny for you. Like you blocking him would be hilarious because um, you've really got something to offer him. But look, if I had to define stealth in a word, that word would be tiresome. That's the best way that I can explain it. Um, I don't. He's just tiresome. It's like dealing with with a little kid, and but he also thinks he's pretty goddamn wonderful too. So it's like it's just really it's just very strange. The whole I don't get what his thing is, but he definitely does seem like a guy who's desperate for respect. So and maybe it's possible, if you're like British, or whatever you are, and and you're in Japan, you're unique and you're unusual there. So maybe you think everybody else is supposed to treat you that way. I don't really, I don't know what it is, but look, I'm a soft target. I'm a little dope sitting over here, so and I'm not gonna really like. I'm not gonna give somebody a hard time like you guys can on Clown Town. I'm not smart enough or fast enough to do that. Um, so maybe that's why, but my God, uh, I don't know. Uh, I, it's just the same shit. It's the same shit over and over again. Um, I can see how you guys would fall for chatters like Gina Bobina. I get it. Um, yeah, but there's a what do you call it? Like, it's part of a game, right? Like, you can fall for a chatter, but you know that it's not real. You know that it's not um it's not real. You know it's all part of it's like it's a game, It's like it's like falling in love with I don't know, some character, in a movie and thinking that's real. And I'll tell you, there's a married guy and I've been with my wife now for about 15 years and did some of that Match.com dating way back in the day. Nothing is real until you meet. Uh, you can talk to people all you want on the internet, on the phone, through texting, all that other stuff. But until you meet, none of it matters. And that's what uh, you know. That's the way it is with women and things like that. Right, Chris Mack. I only fall in love with Dabbleverse women I've met like a normal person. That would make sense, right? And but look, to be perfectly honest, and I'm gonna light this first. And it's not that just Dabbleverse women, but um, internet people. I was thinking about like a lot of that Jesse PS's chat. Um, those are people that are like online, 24/7, and you got to believe that if you're doing this online all the time, maybe your social skills aren't so great. And the thing about being online is if somebody pisses you off, you can always you can just turn off the computer, turn off your camera, you can walk away. And you can't do that in real life. And that's the hard part. The hard part is being able to come to grips with this shit. So I'm gonna rock and roll through some of the chats here. And geez, it's 11. All right. We got the most of the people are crazy. Big W. Uh, right. We did that. And you said and it was funny. Uh, I don't know what I'm doing there. Sig, he's looking for a new home since he left Clowntown. That may be true. I do think that he does look at himself as like a veteran of the internet war, and wants to come back and tell you their stories, but also thinks you should do everything that he tells you should do. And I mean, some of the stuff he's like with Karmic, it was I don't know. It it's he wants him to be different, and then you listen, and then 5 minutes later, he's saying exactly the opposite of what he said before. Um, Again, tiresome, just really tiresome. Um, all right. Cigarette Jones. Ooh, now you did it. Um, Affy. The Taz storyline was mental. Uh, yeah, it was mental. Um, and the guy's got mental problems. I mean, he said it when he was on the stream with Pat and I and Taz. That they wanted him to take medication. He wouldn't take the medication, and because of that was like one of the reasons why he got fired. There was a lot of stuff, but he had the meds right there on the table that he's not taking, and so he's not taking those meds. He's drinking, so he's self-medicating, and that just leads to like you're just gonna get fucked up. You're just gonna get fucked up. Big W seems yeah, no. I love Tim to death, but we're two very different people. We're friends, but we're two very different people. Um, the wisdom on that stream would be off the charts. I am not wise at all. Um, I've just experienced stuff. Oh, he mostly got fired because his brother-in-law was no longer there to shield him. Hey man, anything of that shit is possible, you know? Um, when I was talking to Harley and I said, uh, talk and mentioned about like the not taking a medication and the other stuff. And for all of you who are pissed off at me because I'm talking about this, the fucking guy talks about me quite a bit. So I feel justified. But Harley said that that was all bullshit. Basically, what it was is the guy would drink too much and just wouldn't get up and go to work. But he's also got like, there's so many different stories, right? Like he was a porn writer, and then he got a corporate job, and then like it was this, it was that. I don't even know. It would be interesting to find out what the reality is, because he certainly doesn't look like a guy. I don't know. He didn't look like a strip club DJ to me, but wasn't that one of the stories? And we did that. Sue Party wants us to. Who doesn't take their meds? Where do you find these people? I actually have a funny story about people and medications. So about a year ago, maybe it wasn't even. Yeah, it's probably about a year ago. I had a conversation with Joey C about losing weight and all that other stuff. Um, and I I suggested that maybe try like that Ozempic shit, and he wouldn't do it. Sorry, there's a garbage truck outside. He wouldn't do it, and he came up with how it was. He's got leaky gut syndrome, and that was the deal with all of his problems, and just on like every fucking delusion. And I even brought Dr. Steve into the conversation, and Steve suggested it as well. Didn't do it, didn't do it. And now and now he's taking it. And he's a hero for doing it. I don't know that makes any sense to anybody else, but it was funny to me because it was like uh, you avoided, and he gained like I don't know, he had to gain like another 70 pounds in the interim. Jesus Christ. It still baffles me that you're the only one who didn't take karmic jumping on stream with you and Pat with a grain of salt. He's doing what he's supposed to do, entertaining. Um, if you can tell me that what he did to Taz and how he dragged her and her name through the mud was entertaining, then I would agree with you. But that wasn't it. Okay. Um, you don't you don't treat women like that, especially ones that you've never met. Do you have an above ground pool, Schmuel? If not, watch your damn mouth. No, I do not have an above ground pool, but I did laugh. Um, I think it was with Stealth. This above ground pool is like a $1,200 pool, and then he's been talking about like the vacuum or buckets of water. I'm like, for $1,200, just buy a new fucking pool, right? Let's get. I I can't imagine like stressing that much over it. And so one day, you guys will have to get in and put up a picture of that pool. I have a feeling it's no Bob Levy pool. Cigarette Jones, he wrote lesbian porn. Now, don't start saying things that are making me gonna like him. Um, I what do you call it? Is that true or is that like? I mean, it would be cool. I don't really. I don't know. Cool is the right word, but um, it's interesting. It's certainly interesting. Like, can you write that and make money? Can you like do porn writers actually make money? And like what kind of porn was it? Is like scenes for a movie or like books? Whatever. Like that would be I'd like to hear about that. That would be interesting to me. I always like to know what I like to know what kind of jobs people have that make money that just seem to me like just fetishes or something. Um, Chris Mack, having had my own issues with substances in the past, I'm certainly not judging him for that, but I am slightly confused as to how working at a logistics company equates to the corporate world. Um, yeah, well, hey, look, man. I think the more I watch, the more I realize fucking how much uh, the stuff he does is performative and whatever. I mean, he probably had like I don't know. It just doesn't seem to me like there's much of a corporate mindset as much as there is. I wasn't showing up to work on time and they let me go. And he did say in the Pat thing that he was on a performance improvement plan. So, you know, uh, usually by the time you get on that, you've done a bunch of shit to get there. And I've never known a company to fire you because you want to take your smoke breaks by yourself. But Yes, I said Ozempic. It's Zepbound. Joey's on Zepbound, luckily, so he should begin losing weight. Yeah, he just started. Um, and so, man, I hope it works for him. We have a neighbor whose kid, uh, it's 27, 28, was like a 400 pounder, and this dude has lost like half his body weight in a year. So, I what do you call it? The shit works, and I've never seen the kid happier. And but I do think don't yeah, I think you have to be on it for the rest of your life. But I don't really know. I don't know what the story is. Um, yes, and he also started testosterone injections. Yeah, it also gets a little weird to me, the stuff that some people feel the need to tell everybody. I don't know if I was getting testosterone injections, I would be sharing it, but unless I was like Kumia, where you got it and you were building muscle and stuff. But didn't KB say that was what gave him the heart attack? But I think he had blockages, so I don't know that one has anything to do with the other. Um, Joey will be joining Ski Mask soon with MKE completing the hat trick. Um, yeah, well, Schmuel owns multiple properties. Let's not talk about that. Panhandler and leather-bound books. I do own leather-bound books. Not a lot of them, but I do. Sue Party says, "Keck." I don't know what the hell that is. Let's just say, hold on, hold on. I have a. Where is this guy? Hold on. Uh, oh, how am I different? Wow, Zepbound is also what Sorcerer prescribed for Borgo's ED med. Really? I had no idea. I thought, I don't know. Isn't it like also, it's like for sleep apnea too. I don't know if it's because you lose weight, you lose a sleep apnea, or if, what do you call it? Or does it do something for the sleep? I don't really know. Um, uh, Carmick said he was the writer on erotic comics with an Italian cartoonist. That's interesting shit, right? I wonder why we don't hear that much about it. And it looks like there's a little battle going on in here, but okay. W wears Sex Panther and does it well. All right. And then we're gonna wrap it up. I got one more thing I wanna go after here. Sue Party says Carmick sure looks like my alcoholic lesbian aunt in that selfie he took. The one hand on the hip, the closed fist eyes falling on their face. Yeah, it reminded me very much of the women. I'm calling them girls, but they're probably in their 20s, and it's like the taking the selfie. I feel so pretty right now. I'll probably just take this down later. Sue Party, you just wasted $3. Uh, but very, very, very funny. And we did that. Oh, Panhandler. I'm certain there are absolutely zero long-term side effects. It doesn't matter, right? I mean, everything is a trade-off, right? If you're a guy like Joey, um, and your weight and heart is going to kill you in 3 years, you know, but the Zepbound's going to cause your dick sack to shrivel up when you're 82. Um, it seems like it's worth the risk. Um, oh, TJ, how am I different? Let's hear your diagnosis, Dr. Buckman. We're different people, Tim. I like you. I like hanging out with you. I like talking to you. Um, I just don't think that we could do it for 3 hours at a time because we would be completely uninteresting. Um, every man should be taking HGH and test. Oh, every man over 40? Yeah, I don't know. I don't, you know, uh, Jesus, 63? I don't remember now. 62, 63. And I avoid all that shit because, I had a heart attack when I was 39. So, uh, I wanna get, like, all that shit cleared, and, my, uh, testosterone is normal because I have it checked, but I don't know, I don't know if their normal is what we should normal. Kumi got on the testosterone, but he wasn't working out and kept drinking like a fish. That's not good. Yeah. Um, 100% W for Panhandler. TJ, I'd like an explanation of that as well, bro. I think TJ and I are great hanging out, but I don't think it would be interesting. I don't think a TJ and Schmuel show would be interesting. That's all. Um, uh, you need to be maintaining cardio while on testosterone. Dr. Chow, the Mega G, call Ray. Ray calls me. I don't call Ray. Um, ED meds. Very funny. It's usually the weight loss that helps. All right, we're getting into what do you call it? But a little ridiculous here with how much stuff we're doing. The puckered lips transition is a full set. It was a very femme pose. I will say that. I will say that. Um, Buckman, did you see my selfie? Rank it 1 to 10. Karmic X. Oh God, sorry about that, Dick. Dick Fitzwell, Karmic X, talk tough on his own stream, but whatever he confronts, whatever he's confront. Oh, okay, I got it. I'm gonna just change your thing here. Karmic X talks tough on his own stream, but whatever he's confronted with on MLC, he'll puss out. Absolutely. That's my look. That's absolutely what I've seen, and I believe it's the same thing when it comes to me. I think he's very fucking happy to shit on me and stuff, but he won't face me. And maybe calling him a coward is funny, or a challenge. Dick Fitzwell. I about got kicked off my own show for doing my karmic on an MLC impression. Was that you being quiet? What was Yeah, I'd like to know what that was. Um, Karmic X fell for the wasted $3, so feel special. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Um, I've seen TJ make Ray interesting. I think he could do it to you, Schmuel. Stallion, I don't disagree, but I don't think it would be like an everyday. Um, I don't think it would be an everyday thing. So, how did I get into this? Now Tim's gonna hate me, and I'll be getting nasty texts from him. And that was not. I just meant to say that I didn't think that the both of us would be great together. Oh, I heard they drink apple teenies in the Valley of Men. Yes, and lots of leather. There's lots of leather in assless chaps. Um, Big W, he totally pushed out on MKE. That's 100% correct, right? That was the thing that I noticed, right? So tough talker. MKE comes on. I was on. He didn't say shit to me, except when I wasn't there. And MKE comes on, and within 4 minutes, the two are having a love fest. So it was a real puss out. And Dick Fitzel, of course, he did. All right, I am getting overwhelmed with chats here, guys. Believe it or not, because I'm alone, because I'm old and I'm slow. So I'm gonna go to the bottom of the chat stream and go from there. Why is TJ even a thing? Asking for a potato. That's very funny. Oh, and the potato will be here Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. The potato will be making his first appearance on the Schmuel Talk show. And you guys could do a do's and don'ts the Vince Lombardi travel area. Stallion, what's so funny about that is I really wanted to do a some people say some stuff and I'm always like, I wanted it. Oh, it was shit, was it Carlos Danger? I don't know, but somebody said they preferred sirloin, and I wanted to put my tweet back. I wanted to be, is that like coded language for the Vince Lombardi service area? But I didn't figure anybody would know what that was. So glad you do. MKE wearing a button-up and leather jacket while living in the desert. Yes. There you go. Teams of Tim, 4 pensions. Tim, this is Tim. This is why I don't want to piss him off. See if I can get the fucking thing up here. No. I'll be paying you a personal visit. Yeah. Tim's an old school tough guy. Tim's not a guy that talks shit and doesn't follow through. So I do not want to get on Tim's bad side. All right. Let's just see here. Let's go to Big W. Chow. Were you wearing a robe in that picture? I think Stealth made white like 6 times when he saw it. Yeah, he does seem to have a bit of an unnatural attraction for Chow, doesn't he? Well, what can what can I say? All right. So, just got caught up. You're right. Pedo means nothing now from overuse. Same with anti-Semitism. Harvard kids with 150 IQs aren't usually known for being racist or anti-Semitic, but their institutions are. So that's the problem. And it was a Japanese Hayore, but yes, it's robe-like. Chow. Fucking robe is a robe, right? It opens in the front, and you don't put it over your head. Put it over your head, it's a dress or a night dress, at the very least. So, call it what you will. A kimono is a robe. All right. So, we talked about karmic. We talked about stealth. So then the only other person I wanted to bring up tonight before I leave, but I want to put this back up, and because I know how much you all love it, and ooh, I was hoping this is new. This whoa, I fucked up. What did I do? Oh, I went to the wrong scene. Anyway, this to me is just hilarious, and I don't know if we can. It's too small. Sorry. I'm not used to this. I know in hold on. There we go. But I don't know if I can do that with just one. So that's the but that's Karmic's lovely girly pick. And look who's over in the corner over here. It's the competition, fellas. So but we'll go back to this. Untrue, but that's neither here nor there. Harvard is a Christian institution. Sorry about that. Well, it's technically a jacket. Okay. I'm not gonna. I have some thoughts, but I don't want to get in there. Mr. Kill's robe smells like old cigarettes and stale piss. I always wonder, like the guys that like drink that much and do shit like that. Do they ever do their laundry? Like how how often are they wearing the same pair of underwear or socks before they get washed? And could you imagine? Could you imagine the smell the next morning? Um, what Cigarette Jones? Are you saying that Joey C smells like MKE's robe? I don't get it. Um, if chicks like that pick, who are we to make fun of it? We're men. We're men. We're strong men. Uh, look, we're allowed to make fun of anything, aren't we? Um, Scott Sarah rules from Jeff Closer. Um, uh, that pose is crazy for the Valley of Men. It is a bit. It is a bit femme. And somebody mentioned it before. I didn't notice it until just now. The duck lips are quite amazing. I didn't see that. I didn't paste it. I will say that we don't have the hair is not as red as it is normally on stream. So maybe he's not a ginger after all. Excuse me. All right, guys. I think using filters as a man is weirder than that pick. How many dudes stream with a filter? I don't mean the potato or orange ones either. I don't know how many dudes stream with a filter. If I could found, look, I'm beyond the point to being beautied up, so uh, I I don't use one. This is the horrible that you get. NJ Ranger, Frank Bob Levy. Um, oh, Frank means a pineapple filter. No, I get the pineapple filter. The guy likes streaming, and I don't know. I don't think he can with his job and stuff. But look, I don't worry about it. The filter thing. I don't really care about. It's like if it annoyed me, I probably just wouldn't. I probably just wouldn't watch it. But Eccles been a good egg. 100%. He's just just the exemplar because seeing him in Turkey unfiltered. Oh yeah, yeesh, yeah, yeah. I actually felt bad for him because he was in a restaurant and he had like a pic taken on his camera when he had no teeth, and I felt really bad for him because it was like he just looked like an old man sitting there gumming his food. I really felt bad. Um, I don't mean pineapple. I literally meant you. You have used a filter. Come on, man. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what kind of I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about like the beautification filter, the ones that like smooth your edges and shit like that? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Like where it says touch up my appearance or something? Is that what we're talking about? Um he says he's a dishwater blonde. Very funny. All right. So all right, guys. So that's it. So the only other thing is at some point I need to the other guy that I'm just thinking about people that were talking shit about me. Karmic was at the top of the list because it happens so much. Um, but what the fuck is with Liam? I Liam hardly ever crosses my mind, and whenever I've talked about him, I've always said that I thought that he was a good writer and a good comedian. A bit of a pussy though. I think he likes to say shit about people, and he's like, but he's been talking shit about me, and it's very funny. because I hear it. He does say it on stream though, and he will say it to my face. So there's always that. But it's like he insists that I have an obsession with him, which is certainly untrue. But I did like the guy when he first came on the scene, and then I thought, I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I just found him disinteresting, and that's what I've made comments about. But I also find it interesting that he's like the guy that loves to talk shit about other people. But I've noticed it's that sort of KB talking shit. Like he talks a lot of shit, but it's not with people that can really do anything about it. Like Ray seems to be his favorite target. Um, so uh, that's the deal. I've only seen some old stuff. I've never seen I've only seen his old stuff, but he says he's going to he's got a special. Cigarette Jones, you want me to book Stealth Chaos for your show? I don't think so. I think the gimmick now is that he doesn't get on show, right? Isn't this a world like winning and losing? Don't if I let him on, aren't I let him win? Fuck. Dr. Chow, the Mega J. Liam seems to borrow that everyone. I don't really mind him, but he's very smug, and I think people don't like it. Yeah, smug might be the right word. I just, you know, again, it's just like, be honest with me, talk to me. And I would agree with you here. Dr. Chow, Liam, and Ray were a good dynamic because they both thought they were above each other in the world of comedy. Um, yeah, yeah, they did. Liam definitely thought he was more. Anyway, so if you run into Liam in the world or whatever, I'm happy to have Liam on here, or I'm happy to uh, go on with him. But I I really don't understand what his beef with me is. But there we go. I did get a little annoyed when he was saying that. Oh, there's nothing that I've said that I haven't said to Pat Dixon. Well, I don't really think that that's true. But he also said a lot of shit about Pat after he was on his show. Like he was on his show a couple of times. Then there was the Keith and the girl thing where he basically apologized for going on Pat's show. And then a lot of the Pat trashing started. And look, I'm not defending Pat. I don't really, I'm not here to defend Pat. It's got nothing to do with that. I just thought it was disingenuous that I watched the guy and he talked shit about somebody. And then when he had a chance to address it, he was gone, but he has no problem shitting on Ray. So it just came across to me as if, oh yeah, I can do the weak guy, but I'm never going to do the guy that I actually would get killed with in a debate, or at the very least would have to expose themselves. All right, Carlos Danger, share more thoughts on MKE's underwear. Carlos, you can put that up with the pedo thing, and then I'll be like the pedo with a men's dirty underwear fetish. Uh, just the reputation that I need. But I think it was more concerned about. I was really thinking more about Stinky. Like I just couldn't imagine. Oh, it's this fucking Stinky. It's disgusting. All right, Carlos. All right, guys. It has been tons of fun. I'll be back here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. The worst part about doing the show at 10 o'clock at night is I'm half fucking asleep when I start it, and by the time I'm done, I'm wide awake. So, uh, what does it say? Carl says, "Oh, hey, your super tips don't seem to work. Why don't you give it a try? Give it a try, Carlos. Let's see if they work." Um, uh, uh, I had show killing gold. You did, you did. No, I was getting off anyway. You didn't. You didn't come in and kill us. Uh, we love Carlos. Uh, are you serious that it wasn't working? Ah, I don't know because only super tip I see came from Mr. Sue Party, and it was a very dirty word that we can't put up on the screen. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna close with Chris Mack's chat. And here we go. Carlos Danger. I'm writing my final film study paper analyzing cinematography, sound, editing, and mise en scene utilized during the scene in Blow when his wife is giving birth and he collapses. Okay, that probably more for Carlos. I don't know. I thought there was more to that for us, but there you go. Carlos would know that. I'm awful at remembering movie scenes. Keep saying this message contains harassment. Yeah. All right. So, in any event, I hit the top 3. I did get to listen to somebody's clip of Aaron today, and I whenever Aaron goes off on how fucked up Mersh is, which he likes to do when he talks about Mersh, I just have to laugh. Chris Mack, it has absolutely nothing to do with this. No, you're fine, Chris. You're fine. That was me. I fucked it. I thought whatever. And yes, and congratulations on your final paper. And we keep hearing what a great writer you are. So let's end this fucker and let's all get out of here. It's been a blast having everybody. We've got slow start, picking up at the end. Carlos Danger came in, chatted, ruined everything. So we're all going to leave. And Affy Mersh takes care of 3 cats. How could he be bad? I got to tell you, until I entered the Dabbleverse, I never met so many single men with cats. I had no idea that was a thing. So I've always been a dog guy. All right. So good night, fellas. And when I watch this back, I hope it's not as much of a disaster as I thought it was. Enjoy the fireworks, Buckman. I actually had to get trazodone, I think, from my dog, who loses his fucking mind in the fireworks. And very weird. The dog is 11 now, and it didn't start happening until about 3 or 4 years ago. And there we go. Oh, why is Carlos Danger even a thing? Asking for a floating orange anus. Carlos is the shit. And Carlos has a way of subtly making a comment that that I don't realize is a complete insult until about a half an hour after that. Schmuel's got that dog in him. Let's to my other characteristics, you can Rob Saul me. In any event, kids, it's been a great night, and look, Carlos used to come on this show when I first started, but then I think the boss told me he wasn't allowed anymore. I'm kidding. I just think he got busy, but or I bored the shit out of him. But I'd love a Carlos Danger review, and love it, love it, love it. And have I been? Carlos Danger's asking if I have been on Clowntown yet. The answer is no. But as we speak, it will happen eventually. I was talking to the head muckety muck over there in the last couple of days. So no, I haven't been. I just, I just thought I was too old and out of shape for those guys. So Carlos was my first fan. He grew to hate me shortly after. Well, we all know Carlos because of his love for Ray, right? I mean, and look at those two today. You can't even have them in the same room. And it's got nothing to do with the size of the room. Oh, that's it. All right, guys. I got a dinner to eat, and
Whoa, hold on. What? Oh, Dr. Chow, the Mega G doxed me as Blue Mosaic and had Little Mirror attack me. Oh, that sucks. I'm not 100% positive, but I think Chow's trying to clean up his act. At least getting blocked by Chad was a step in the right direction. Big W, he's been big timing us. No, you guys, you guys are the one group of people that intimidate the shit out of me. So, but like I said, I'm happy to do it. All right, and Carlos Dangers, Perlio Gun is my latex salesman. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody being in here. We will close with 29 people in YouTube, and 14 have stopped by at some point during the night on Twitter. Usually reverse. And I'm 30 YouTube viewers, so I'm super duper happy about that. Please like and subscribe. And Carlos, I think you're yanking my chain about the super tips, but if you're not, do me a favor and send me a DM, cause it's all supposed to be working. And that's the deal. Good night, guys. And thanks everybody for being here. And the great thing about me late at night is that I put you all to sleep.